You, Wally. The roads were chocker. It was a shambles. Bob's your uncle. Are you taking the mickey? It's a doddle. Hello and welcome back to another English lesson with me, Greg, from English with Greg. Today we're looking at British English slang vocabulary, and I'm going to teach you 21 amazingly British English words that we use all the time in informal spoken English. So, let's go. Right, if you're new here, I'm Greg. I teach British English pronunciation and advanced grammar and vocabulary lessons. So if you are learning English and you want to speak advanced English, subscribe to my channel. Right, let's look at these 21 beautifully British English slang vocabulary, starting with number 1. It's a good place to start. Bagsy. Bagsy. If you've heard the expression shotgun, then it's a similar thing in English. You say Bagsy plus the gerund, for example, Bagsy driving, if you want to drive. Imagine you've just bought a new computer game and you are with 3 friends, but there's only room for 2 people to play. You might say Bagsy playing first, because Bagsy playing first. It means that you reserve the right to play first. Bagsy not going means that you reserve the right to not go. It's something that kids say all the time, but hey, adults say it too sometimes. I still say it with my parents or best friends. Bagsy. It's a real British tradition. Bagsy. Bob's your uncle. Bob's your uncle. This is an expression which simply means, and that's it. It's as easy as that. So if you are giving an explanation of how to do something, you could say, first you do this, then you do that, and then you do the other thing, and Bob's your uncle. It means it's as easy as that. Bob's your uncle. Another expression including Bob. Bob is actually a man's name, which is a short version of Robert. Anyway, that's unrelated. The next expression is bits and bobs. Bits and bobs. This just means little things. Nothing really big and important, just bits and bobs. What are you going to the shops for? What are you going to buy? Nothing, just bits and bobs. I need to go to the city centre today because I've got some bits and bobs to do. Yeah, little jobs, little things to do. I'm sure somewhere in your house you have a drawer with bits and bobs inside. Bits and bobs. The next one is budge up. Budge up. If you're on a bench and you say budge up, it means could you please move a little bit up? Budge up. Budge up. It means could you move that way to leave me some space to sit down. It's not super polite. You wouldn't say it to a stranger, but you would say it to somebody you know. Budge up. Or could you budge up please? Could you budge up, please? The next one is chockablock. Chockablock means absolutely full. Very, 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 very full. It could be full of people. You could go to the shopping centre the day before Christmas and, oh my word, it was chockablock. Or the road going into the city centre at the exact time that there is a football match on. You could say that the roads were chockablock. And we can actually shorten this word to say chocker. Chocker. Hey, how was the journey in? The roads were chocker. Chocker. Number 6 is chuffed. Chuffed means very, very happy. Chuffed. I was so chuffed to hear from her. I hadn't heard from her in 3 years. And then, out of the blue, she wrote to me. I was so chuffed. Instead of saying very chuffed, we say chuffed to bits. I was chuffed to bits. I was chuffed to bits. Exceptionally happy. If something is very expensive, we say that it costs a bomb. It costs a bomb. Hey, how was your holiday? It cost a bomb, but I've always wanted to go to the Maldives, so I was chuffed to be there. It's a doddle. If something is very, very easy, we can say it's a doddle. It's really easy. You what? You can't change the battery in your watch? Come here, give it to me. It's a doddle. There you go. Bob's your uncle. Bloke. Bloke is a word which means man, bloke. You might often hear the word guy being used. I guess this is much more common because we watch so much American TV and films, but in British English, a bloke is a man, a bloke. Number 10 is gutted. Gutted means really, really disappointed. This is a word you will use often if you talk about football in English. If your team loses, the other team scores in the last minute. If your team gets to a final and you lose the final, oh, you had such high hopes and you didn't win. You're so disappointed, you are gutted. Miffed is another nice word. Miffed means a little bit annoyed. Not very annoyed, just a little bit annoyed. Are you okay? Not really. I'm a little bit miffed with my colleague, to be honest with you. She went on holiday and now I have to do all of her work for a week and I don't know what I'm doing. It's okay, but I'm a bit miffed. Because miffed only means a little bit annoyed, we often put the word a bit before it. A bit miffed. Pull. You know the word pull, right? But it also means to kind of flirt with someone. You go to a nightclub or you go to a pub and you try to pull someone. It means you kiss them or just, yeah. Did you have a good time? Did you pull? Okay, it means did you get together with a girl or with a boy? Did you pull? All right, pop your clogs is the next one. Clogs are the famous wooden shoes from Holland. And if you pop your clogs, it means you die. Nobody likes talking about death. Nobody likes the word die or died. So if we can use a different word, we will. A word that's less direct. And this word is not direct. It takes all the seriousness away from dying. You may agree with this or not, but it's a very British thing is to hide our emotions and just make things a little bit more humorous instead of getting deep with our feelings in public. So yeah, my neighbour popped his clogs when he was 95 years old. A shambles. A shambles is an absolute disorganisational disaster. Something that's completely disorganised is a shambles. You might be talking about a job interview you went to. How was it? Oh, it was a shambles. I arrived late, then I couldn't find the office, and then I called the boss a different name. It was a shambles. In other words, you were completely disorganised, so the situation was a shambles. Maybe you talk in about a wedding or an event, a party, for example. How was it? Did you have a good time? Yeah, I had a good time. It was a shambles, but I had a good time. This could mean just it was completely disorganised. Nobody knew what they were doing. Nobody knew where anybody was. Nobody knew who anybody was. Where was the host? Where was the food? There was not enough food for everybody. Just, it was a shambles. This next one is super, super common. I'm off. I'm off. It means I'm going. I'm leaving in British English. I'm off. You could also say I'm off to Benidorm next week for my holidays. Are you off to the game tomorrow? No, I'm off to the cinema with my girlfriend. I'm going to the cinema with my girlfriend. Take the mickey. Are you taking the mickey? It means, are you joking? Are you joking? Are you taking the mickey? Like, you're not serious, right? Are you taking the mickey? Hey, I won the lottery yesterday. Come on. Are you taking the mickey? You Wally. Wally is an insult which is kind of like idiot, but it's not offensive. It's just a gentle word to call somebody stupid. You Wally. My dad always calls me a Wally. It's not offensive. It's just a nice way to say you silly thing. You silly thing. You Wally. Dodgy. It means a bit suspect. So maybe we're talking about a bar or a pub or an area of town that you don't really want to go to because it's a little bit suspicious, a little bit, I don't want to go there because I might get beaten up. I might get attacked. If I order a drink, it might have rat poison in it. I don't know really what it's going to be like, but I'm afraid that it's not going to be good. So I'm not going to go there because it's a bit dodgy. The next one is proper, and proper is a synonym of very. I'm from the north of England. Maybe this is more common in the north of England, but I'm pretty sure you will hear this. Proper good means very good. Don't go to the bar. It's proper dodgy. It's proper dodgy. Number 20 is bog roll. Oh my word, is there a more British expression than bog roll? Basically, bog roll is toilet paper. Bog is another word for the toilet and a roll of paper. Toilet roll, bog roll. And where do you keep bog roll? Well, you keep it in the loo. Another beautifully British English word for toilet, loo. I'm off to the loo. I'm going to the toilet. The next time you're speaking to a British person, use this British English slang vocabulary. I'm sure they will appreciate it, and I guarantee it will bring a smile to their face. Give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and if you want to keep learning English with me, you can download my book. Just click the link in the description and Bob's your uncle. It doesn't cost a bomb, it's free. And I think that when you read it, you will be chuffed. Oh, and if you don't download it, and if you don't subscribe, I might be a bit miffed. Nah, I'm just being a Wally. Right, I'm off. I proper need the loo. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye for now.